Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Today we are excited to take a look at the Charizard list that took first place in the seniors division at North America International Championships. Gabriel Fernandez is a monster of a player and has had an absolutely insane 2025 Pokemon season. Seriously, if you haven't looked at his record, do a quick Google search. You won't be disappointed. This kid has been on a tear, and we are all in trouble next season when he is playing in Masters. So this is the deck list that he showed up to NAIC with, and just absolutely put on a show. I was up in the vendor area of the convention hall, just kind of checking out some cards on Sunday, when I pulled up the stream just to see how far away it was until the Masters finals, and then I saw that Gabriel flip over a Charmander, and I went straight back down to the viewing area so that I could watch these games live, and I'm glad that I did because they were so much fun. Gabriel just went and put on a clinic with this deck, showing off. He would hit a cruel arrow at one point. He was hitting with blustery wind. It was just very impressive gameplay to watch. If you have not watched the seniors finals from NAIC, I implore you to do so. It was a very, very fun match. And there's you got a solid 60 here. So let's take a quick look. We got a 4, 2, 3 Charizard EX line so that you can kind of rely on TM Evo when you need it, but you also have that explosive rare candy when you are able to play that as well. And we got a 2-2-2 Pidgeot line. Quick Search is still one of the strongest abilities in the game. And Team Rocket's Watchtower, we're not seeing it too incredibly much, so you don't have to worry about that too much right now. You do, however, have Blazing Destruction or Blustery Wind to get rid of it if you absolutely have to. But we also have 3 stadiums of our own for stadium bumps, so I don't think that Team Rocket's Watchtower is a reason to not play Pidgeot EX right now. We got Fez, we got Chi-Yu, which does great into anything grass. So if you're playing against Raging Bolt that has Teal Mask or that crazy new Toad Scroll deck, you're going to be frying them with Chi-Yu. Golden Go, cooked. We got Monkey Dory to throw back Dragapult damage, and a Cleffa in case we need a get out of jail free card at the start of the match. Supporter line's pretty standard. 4 Arven, 3 Iono, 2 Brock, 2 Boss, 1 Turo. All of these feel really good, especially with Quick Search, being able to find them whenever we need throughout the game. 2 Super Odds, plenty for Pokemon recovery, and then your classic Charizard 5 Fire. And then we've got 1 Luminous and 1 Dark to make sure that we get Monkey Dory online. The Luminous also gives us the option to use Mind Bend if we absolutely need to do so. So just keep that in kind of your back pocket. In case you're feeling pretty stuck. Energy Search to help with TM Evo early. Picnic Basket really works in our favor against spread decks like the Dragapult or Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Can even come into play against Gardevoir, probably not as frequently though, so that's why that is in there. Other than that, super standard stuff. Max Belt as the A-Spec lets us hit those higher numbers much earlier into the game. It really helps with Dragapult, especially when paired with Monkey Dory. If they take just 2 prizes, you're hitting for 240 with Burning Darkness, you're hitting for 290 with Max Belt, you're moving 30 damage over from their Phantom Dive with Adrenabrain for 320 total. See you later, Dragapult. Get yourself out of here. So yeah, I mean, this I've only read a few games with this list, but it is super, super fun. So if you have been dying to get some Charizard games in, start here. It's a great place to be. It's not, I think in the meta, it's probably still like B tier overall. Still has a tough Dragapult matchup, but we'll get into that going into game 1. So let's hop right in. My name is Jared, and I'll be your gameplay nurse today. Okay, very excited to be back on the Zard. Now, I will say, we still have our work cut out for us here. This deck is doing better these days. You know, we're seeing less Badoo. The meta's a bit slower. Zard's Guardy's going crazy, so Zard's a good answer to that. But we still have a tough Dragapult matchup. So this is not a free win or free low or nothing going on by any means. But you know, we'll try. We'll see what we can do. And we'll have some fun doing it. That's the important part. But let's see, do we have our Evo? Would love Get that going. And do we have our Charmeleon? We got Pidgeotto and a Charmeleon. Okay. We're cooking, we're cooking. I'm not too worried about them wiping a Pidgeotto. So we're not stressing too much there. Do I want the... I kind of want to energy search for a fire here. I don't really want to get the dark stuck on Charizard because I would like to save it for the monkey. I think we have a luminous as well, but it's prized. So let's just go for the energy search for the Evo play here. We'll save that dark. Hopefully get a monkey going. Let's just let's Evo up. Let's get a Pidgeotto, a Charmeleon. And we'll see if we can't get ahead of our opponent here. At least far enough ahead that they can't board wipe us. Got the Flare Veil Meleon just because the other one was prized. This deck does run one of each. I mean, it's still, it's pretty good. You know, prevents, what do you call it? Phantom Dive, so they can't, like, First Blast and then Phantom Dive our Charmeleon. So there's benefit to it. And it doesn't matter too much, though. It's not going to come up all that often. Ooh, they were able to get double Dracloak off the Jack. So that's pretty strong for them. So we're going to keep our hand. Next turn, we'll probably just Zard up and then rip an Iono, really. There's not too much tech to do, honestly, with you. I mean, we got Charizard, we got Pidgeot, we got Fez, we got Chiyu, we got Monkey, Cleffa. Didn't need Cleffa in this one. They're going for the evolution themselves. Are they gonna do double Dusclops? Dragapult Dusclops, okay. Interesting. Yeah, not too much to talk about in terms of attackers. We did see Gabriel rip a cruel arrow in the finals for the seniors. That was pretty fun. And I think they even used Blustery Wind a couple times too. So, you know, there's options. There are certainly options, but they just aren't going to come up super often. Get the Zard going. We get Infernal Rain. I'm just going to grab all three here because I don't want to Iono into any of them. Let's go ahead and hit that Iono now. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. We got a Fez for next turn. Could bench it now because they are probably going to Iono me, but we'll be okay, I think. Let's see. What else would I bench? Nope, I'll bench the Fez now. That's fine. If they want to hit that instead of a Charizard, that's fine. I don't want a Candy Zard now because I'm out of energy, so let's just Burning Darkness. Take a surprise. And we'll see what they can come back with. Dragapult, Dusknoir, typically running Neo Upper these days. Not so much with the Unfair Stamp. So I'm not super expecting to get Unfair Stamped here. But it could happen. Not saying it can't. What have they used so far? A Jack. They burned the Iono. There's an Arven. So, okay. We could be getting stamped. So glad I benched the Fez then. It's Crystal. Okay. I was wrong twice. But that's not uncommon. Turns out I'm wrong quite a bit. Oh, they must have not had a Dusclops in their deck after that Evo. So probably they're gonna knock the Zard here. Probably for certainly. And then we'll get the Charmander going. Might Brock Scouting for a Pidgeot. Quick search for a Super Rod. Get our fire energy back. And then Rare Candy into Zard. Will probably be our best play. We're not going to be... Are we? 290? Yeah, we're not going to be in maximum belt range just yet. They need to take 3 prize cards for that. So hopefully we'll also get a, he runs 2 counter catcher. Counter catcher would not be bad. Yeah, that's kind of what we figured was going to happen. Oh, but let's see. So wait with thank you. Ooh, okay. So with max belt, actually, we could move 30 damage over from monkey and then hit for 320 that way. So actually, things are looking okay. We'll be able to take out the Dragapult here. No problemo. Yeah, we'll just move this. We could move the Pidgeotto. It's got free retreat. That's actually probably the smarter thing to do. But we are where we are. That's the only place we can be. So let's get this here. Candy up right away. Feeling good about that. Yeah, we don't have any. Do have the Pidgeot. Do we care about taking away their artisan? Well, okay. No, that's not the right question. The right question is... are we going to need an artisan again? Which I don't think so. And then we could... Let's flip the script first. Okay. And let's just Super Charizard and 2 energies back in case we need it later. Good. Don't need it now, of course. You can Artisan. Oh, I wanted another Charmander. Okay. Never mind. And then our Meleon is stuck in the prizes still, so we can't get that. Let's just quick search. We'll grab an Arven so that we can thin a little bit since we're not using a supporter this turn. And hopefully, yeah, max belt's in there. Good. Arven. Grab this just in case we need it. Let's just grab a candy for the future. Or counter catcher. Oh no, we're probably not going to need counter catcher. We'll need candy before we need counter catcher. Okay, good. Yeah, I almost played the jamming tower. Glad we didn't. Glad we didn't. Alright, and that should be 290. Beautiful. I don't see a way for them to get into another attacker, but I'm gonna regret saying that. I wanted to take that sentence back the second it started coming out of my mouth. But we'll see. We'll see. And then, you know, we can quick search for a boss to close out the game, potentially. We got... Probably gonna get Iono'd here. Like, there's no way we don't get Iono'd here. Let's see what else they got going on. They got the crystal. We saw that. They used 1 rare candy. They probably still got 1 left. They might have gotten the Dusclops out of their prizing. But we're not sure. We could see rare candy, Dragapult, crystal. But I don't think they'll have 2 rescue boards. I don't think they'll have 3 rare candies. So I don't think we're too stressing about all of that. But we'll see. We'll see what they come up with. Little Night Stretcherino after the Super Rod. Get another Dreepy. Gotta have them. I'm losing faith. Okay, there's that Iono we were expecting. That is okay. Yuck. Didn't get much off of that, but that's okay. I don't see them taking a knockout on Charizard here. I really don't. So we just quick search for boss and we're kind of big chilling. Which is why I love this deck. Because, man, just playing with Pidgeot is so powerful. Yeah, we're good. All right. Just hit the quick search here. There he is. Good game, friend. Big burning blast. Good game, good game, good game. Okay, I honestly don't know what to expect out of this matchup. They got the Garchompo, which is going to have a ton of health, but is not really going to be able to do a lot of damage to Charizard, except for Spirit Tomb, so we will have to be mindful, I suppose. But yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes. Let's get an attached pass here. What am I trying to say? I don't think I'll need the Luminous. I mean, I've got... Monkey will probably come into play. You would imagine. But we have the Dark, so we can save that for Monkey. Not gonna need Chi-Yu, really. Yeah, it'll probably just be... We'll probably lose a Charizard to Spirit Tomb for sure. But hopefully we'll get to a place where we can take a couple key knockouts and be alright. I still don't have a ton of practice into this deck. Into playing against Cynthia's Garchomp, so I'm not super aware of the lines. I was really surprised to see that out of the 3 trainers decks, Team Rocket's Mewtwo, Ethan's Typhlosion, and Cynthia's Garchomp, that at NAIC, Garchomp had the most day 2s. They all had roughly the same amount of played, like people playing the decks, and it was like close to like 70 each. And then Garchomp's day 2 conversion rate was like 3 times that of the other 2 decks. So that was not where I had my money. I would have bet my money on Ethan's Typhlosion, but very interesting to see nonetheless. Able to hit that secret box rip on turn 1. I bet they're feeling pretty good about that. We'll just see how this goes. Roserades. I don't think... Well, we'll probably have to target down a few of them. I wonder if they're running the Crispin version, where they got like the Dark and the Fighting, so they can kind of get a bit more acceleration going. Got themselves down to just 1 card, so I think I'll hold the Iono here. I don't think it's worth whatever I can get off of it. Is going to be worth giving them 5 extra cards, 6 more cards. Let's just Artisan. We can just grab a Pidgey here, I suppose. Just evolve. And I don't know. Is it worth it? Is they're gonna be able to get Champion's Call for like their Roserades and stuff? They probably won't see a Garchomp anyways. What's gonna happen is if I don't Iono them, they're gonna have a Professor's Research. That's gonna be like what their top deck. That's how it always goes. But there's not much. I evolved here. I don't really need anything else on my bench, so I can wait 1 turn. And I'm not gonna combustion. I don't need to give their monkey 20 damage. I'm thinking, chill out. Leave me alone. I don't know what I'm doing. Man, I love that card. That art looks so good. That one is absolutely gorgeous. Probably one of my favorite ones that came out of Destined Rivals. There's a lot of cool art that came out of Destined Rivals. That card's amazing, though. That one's pretty good, too. $400 HP. I don't think we'll be one-shotting that in this game. I know. See, I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. If I don't Iono them, they're gonna have a professor's research. I'm in the wrong game. I should be a fortune teller. Okay. They are just gripping and ripping here, folks. We are gotta have to hold on tight. We have 2 boss, 2 counter catcher, 1 Turo. We got a bit of wiggle, bit of room. Oh, we're gonna lose Charmeleon like that, huh? Okay. Goodbye. I guess they would have been able to corkscrew drive. Well, at the end of the turn though, so not quite the same. This could be not great. This could be super not great here. I have to really hope for a Charizardo. Get our monkey set up. The good news is they bench lock themselves out of Spirit Tomb, so we can at least punch. If we get a Charizard. Shouldn't count my chickens too early. Okay, so get rid of you and you. Grab our Zard. They can only hit for if they use monkey though. Oh, but then if they have Crispin though. Shoot. Okay. So maybe we counter catcher. Maybe we counter catcher a Roserade here then. He doesn't run Briar in his list. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think Crispin Monkey in mind. Well, our best bet here is just to counter catcher a Roserade. Oh, now I get my Pheasantipity. Okay. So now they'll be back down to how much damage does that add? 30? There's the Spirit Tomb. Okay. Getting that boy ready to go. It's just 1-to-1, right? 10 damage for each damage counter on all your benched. Okay, yeah, it's just 1-to-1. So 330. We'll be hitting that. 400. Never mind. Not even gonna start doing the math on that one. The good news is if they don't have an energy, they can't go into Spirit Tomb. Your opponent. Oh yeah, they get that. I hate that. I'm always like, yes, they're out of cards, and then no, they're not. They're not out of cards at all. Okay. Just grab. I don't want either of those. Okay. Wanted another Charmander. Got our candy though. Don't think we'll take a Chi-Yu or a Cleffa. I think we're good. We'll take a Candy Max. A Candy. Do I even want the max spell right now? Let's see. 210, 260, and then Charizard dies. Gets knocked out. My apologies. So probably not this turn. Probably not. Did not get knocked out. Let's see. They move 30 damage over to the whatchamacallit here. We punch for 210. 210 coming out back at me is only 280, but plus 30 is 310. No. What? 210 coming back at me. Yeah, I think we survive even if they manage to... Okay. So let's quick search then. And we want... I think a super rod, honestly. We need to get another... We need to get a Charmander back on the bench for sure. Sequence that a little bad. Should have super rodded and then... used Artisan, but that's okay. We'll get it next turn. Let's just get that out of the way. And, they probably don't Iono us here. But I wouldn't care if they knocked out Fez, so just rip it. So I think the math works out for us here. I think we're okay, just based on what they have benched and how much damage we've done to them. And it's not like Wobbuffet, it doesn't move the damage, right? It still stays on. Okay. Yeah. So we're okay. We can boss that back up and take another knockout after we survive this hit. Sorry if I hit the mic there. I'm just a thirsty little guy. How's the heat waves going for you guys? Everyone surviving okay? It has not been too bad here, but I know a lot of the country's getting hit pretty hard. New Orleans was crazy, man, with how much humidity there is over there. I hope you guys are staying safe. That was nuts. I've never felt like just so sapped of life from being outside. That was actually crazy. Shout out to all you guys that survive that every summer. That is a wild. Arvin, Power Glass, Super Rod. What do you put in Power Glass on? You have a Cynthia's on everything. Okay. Already used your Champion's Call. It's crazy that Garchomp has free retreat on top of everything else. It is kind of nutso. Power Glass onto that one. Okay. And then what? Alright. Pop in. We're happy with that. Johto doesn't do much. Let's see, let's get another Charmander involved. And let's flip, or quick search, flip. Quick search. I almost want like an Iono here. Oh, I only have two? Oh, two of three? Okay. I don't have enough resources in hand to use Turo at this point, unfortunately. I think I will go for an Iono. Just reset them back down to 5. Although, yeah, they didn't do like a ton. Oh yeah, we have Jamming Tower too. I don't need it this turn, but that's gonna definitely be how we close out the game probably. But also Picnic Basket. Oh no, I don't want to heal them. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We can get our max belt back later. Okay, cool. We like to see, baby. Alright, let's Adrenabrain back over to the... We're hitting for 210. Yeah, we're good. This guy, because if we can knock him with Adrenabrain, that would be big chillin'. Yep. Cool. 2 more Prizos, and then hopefully we can Adrenabrain to Spirit Tomb and boss up Might not be able to close it out this turn. Let's see. If they take this knockout, we'll be hitting for 270, 320. And Garchomp has 330. So, okay. Might not be this turn. Unless they bench like another Garchomp or a Pheasantipity or something. Or unless they just leave the game. That's also a possibility. Or actually, I think we're in a pretty good spot. I think us not attaching that max belt early and then staying out of range of Spirit Tomb is kind of what put us in a good position. And then we just close out the game. I hope they're still here. Let's see. Closing out the game. We could just oh, we can't jamming tower and max belt. So that's not something to consider. But we could just counter catcher up, like, or counter catcher boss up Roserade if they evolved into that. And well, we wouldn't have Adrenabrain because we would be, there would be no damage on our side if Charizard gets knocked out. That's not real. But we could also potentially just punch the Garchomp again, realistically. Just do another double hit on the Chomp. Unfortunately, it appears we'll never know. Got Arvondo. Let's just, you know, safe than sorry. We'll just get our other Zard set up. We won't go too much farther than this. It was punch again. Okie dokie, burn in darkness. But yeah, I mean, if you're, I mean, the Zard Pidgeot, it's not the monster that it was before Badil. Let's not kid ourselves here. However, it is still very fun to play. It does still have a good number of matchups. The worse Dragapult gets, the better Charizard is going to become. Which Dragapult is getting worse and worse as Gardevoir is getting stronger and stronger. Next, that Gardevoir is getting Jellicent. Set after that, Gardevoir is getting that crazy Stadium as well as Mega Gardevoir. So honestly, by like the Mega format, Charizard could be in a pretty good spot. So I know we've done a lot of copium around that over here, but I really feel like Dragapult's just going to kind of get worse and worse, and Charizard's just going to continue to get better and better. What were the results? Japan just had a Champions League recently, where Charizard did okay. Let's see. Top placing was, we got Dragapult Charizard at 7th, Charizard Pidgeot at 8th. So, you know, he's hanging in there. I know they're different format and all the yada yada yada. I get that, but there's hope is what I'm trying to say. And this deck list is pretty fun. So give it a few plays. Deck list in the description. Questions, comments, concerns, post them down below. Love to chat about all things Zard. So hit me up. We'll catch you next time.